this is the Rifle Scrapper build. This is a fun build I've been playing lately in unranked and casual play. It is a high DPS ranged build. It's kind of like playing a Longbow Soul Beast. It also has lots of CC, so it's fun to CC Necros when they go into Shroud and force them to leave Shroud because they don't have any stun breaks when they're in Shroud. It doesn't necessarily perform as well as a Longbow Soul Beast, but it's a fun build to play if you've ever been wanting to live your dream of playing with a rifle and shooting rockets and whatnot. Then this is the build for you. So now that we've gone over the theme, and I guess I should mention this is a roamer build. So now that we've gone over the theme, I'll quickly go over the traits. So we're going to take Scrapper, Explosives, and Tools. And the reason we take Scrapper is mainly for the quickness and super speed that you get. Scrapper allows you to get quickness upon getting super speed, which you get a lot of super speed in this build. So that's Scrapper. We take Explosives because of Explosive Entrance, which is just meta. It also allows us to take the super fun aim-assisted rocket trait, which everyone wants to take. It's the dream for NG. And then we take Tools, also for the dream, Static Discharge, more range DPS. But on top of that, more importantly, Tools synergizes very well with both Scrapper and Explosives, because Tools gives you Vigor for more dodges, which gives you more explosive entrance, explosions. And it also gives you more quickness and more super speed, which this is an underrated trait that most people don't know. Gives you, oh, I passed it, super speed upon using Toolkit. So those are the traits. I'll go into each trait with a little bit more detail now. You can skip this part if you're already fairly familiar with engineer traits and you've looked over here. So essentially, first trait, we get super speed upon using Gyro. So we have some gyros equipped, as you can see. Even the tool belt gyro is going to give you quickness and super speed. This one as well. The next trait, Stunning or Dazing, applies weakness and vuln. This is great because weakness application is amazing, and you get dazes from Flashbang. So your Flashbang, which is our modified explosive entrance, will be proccing Expert Examination. So you can see it right here. Make sure I have explosive entrance on. I'll attack this dummy, and you'll see it gets weakness, blind, vuln. So that's a lot of synergy there, and that's going to be on a fairly low cooldown. And a percentage of strike damage you deal is converted into barrier. It's just a little bit of survivability there. And then the final trait that we're taking, the Grandmaster trait that we actually choose, is to gain quickness upon super speed. So this synergizes with the first trait, as well as Scrappers gain super speed when they heal. So just a lot of super speed there. And just to showcase this build real quick, you just want to look at my my boons. This has some, I'm not actually doing anything, I'm just trying to showcase the boons here. So much super speed uptime, and so much quickness uptime. So you can really just, stay ranged with this build and do lots of damage just by poking at people with your rifle. So to finish going through the traits, Explosive Entrance does an attack that explodes, and will hit nearby enemies. So see right here, procced when I hit them. Dodge rolling resets it. So there you go, procs again. It only does the daze from the Grandmaster if they're about 90%. The next trait is the Dream trait, Aim Assisted Rockets. So this fires a rocket when you crit, so long as you are 450 units away. So you can see right here, that was an orbital strike. The next one will be a rocket. You see a little tiny rocket, little fire there. It's a tiny bit of pockets of extra damage, and the orbital strike is very fun when it lands, and that will fire, I think it's after 3 aim-assisted rockets. The final trait we're taking is Flashbang, which is the daze on our explosive entrance, and blind. And the blind is very useful, and that does not require them to be up to 90%, so every time you land an explosive entrance, like on this goal is low health, you're going to blind to them. So it's almost like your evades are like extra evades because you get all of those blinds. So that's meta. This is like what everyone takes on every engineer build, is Flashbang. It's extremely good. If you wanted to lean into the damage just for fun, you could take Big Boomer, if you're a big boomer. Take that trait. But flashbang is too good to pass up, so I take flashbang. In tools, the miner here is important. Using tool belt skills grants you vigor. So this is the synergy with explosives. So you'll see here I'll spam some tool belt skills and we get plenty of vigor. You get 30% vigor uptime just from surprise shot alone. And that's going to synergize really well with everything. And surprise shot, as you can see, 6 3/4 cooldown. So you can keep spamming this, keep getting vigor. Very good. That's why we're taking the rifle turret. The next miner is your tool belt skills, again, reduce recharge. Obviously that synergy with everything. This is an underrated trait called Streamlined Kits that synergizes very well with your toolkit. So you gain quickness. Well, you gain super speed, which then gives you quickness because we're a scrapper. You can take lock on if you are really set on countering some thief or revealing him. You can take lock on, but this is the fun trait that works with our dream build. And excessive energy is strike damage is increased while you have vigor, which you have tons of uptime vigor, so constant strike damage increase. And then the final Grandmaster is Kinetic Battery. Kinetic Battery is a Grandmaster that gives you a kinetic charge every time you use a tool belt skill, which we're going to be using often. And upon getting 5 of those, you gain super speed and quickness. So just even more damage increase. So those are the traits. This is a roamer build, high damage. You should not really be sitting on points or capping them. You can decap points, but ideally just going for kills and running around. And it's got plenty of super speed, so you can run around the map and do that. And get in as many fights as you want to and have tons of fun, because everyone knows when you're queuing up for PvP as a casual, you just want to be in all the fights. So this is the build that lets you be in every fight in the game. And I guess just one combo I should show that's fun to do is to pull an enemy into your blast gyro. So do this, pull, and it's a golem, so it teleported back, but that knocks them back. Yeah, so you have lots of CC. Supply crate, blast gyro is CC, toolkit 5 is CC, net shot is CC, well, soft CC, overcharge shot is CC, and then you have your days on your explosive entrance for CC. So high CC, high range damage. This is an unranked game as Rifle Scrapper. This is a roaming build, and we're going to try to be in +1 situations and not in outnumbered situations where the enemy outnumbers us. At the start here, we're just going to give the team some super speed as well as us super speed and run to home node. So no one comes to contest us here at home. We head on to mid. It looks like our team is losing mid, and our team has sent the ranger too far. So we're going to go with plus far node. We don't want to go into mid and be in that situation. We want to outnumber the teammates instead of being outnumbered. So we're going to go here and try to get this kill on the Mesmer here. If we don't land anything, he goes into stealth, but I block the shatter and get a nice kit 3 on him to finish him off. We're going to leave him to bleed out and go check on mid. It looks like the enemy team here has pushed into our home node. Only one of them actually went. The rest of the enemy team has gone back to mid, and it looks like our team is also joining us here. We get a nice elite that stuns the entire enemy team and locks the necro down in mid. And we're going to chase this kill right here. Our team is winning this mid fight. We outnumber them. This necro's pretty low on cooldowns, on shroud and health. So necro's going to go down here. Easy kill. Our necro that had originally pushed... Actually, I don't know if the necro had originally pushed far, but we do have a necro sitting at far node. I'm checking on home to see what happened here. It was capped by the enemy ranger, so I'm just going to go decap that. I don't want to sit on this node for too long because I'm a roamer and because that's no fun. So we're just going to decap this and move on and see if we can get some more plus. I did just waste my stun break there. I wouldn't recommend doing that. This is an unranked match, so it doesn't. You can pretty much use your cooldowns freely to get super speed, but generally you want to be saving the stun break for stun breaking. It looks like it doesn't matter though. It comes back on cooldown before I get into any fights here. So we're trying to get across the map quickly. I pull this guy off the node before he finishes capping, but it looks like I get plussed here. So this is bad. Luckily, I get feared off the node and away from the node, which works out really well for me. This Necro is going to chase me, so we're going to just try to CC him and get him off of us. We get a nice net shot after all of the knockback there. So we're able to kite successfully. This Rev seems to not notice me, so I try to go for a decap, but it turns out he did notice me. So I don't know if I was baited there, but luckily I get out very easily here. This build has a lot of super speed, which makes it great for kiting enemies. It's like that was a situation where I was outnumbered, so I got out as quickly as possible. I didn't want to be there any longer. I maybe shouldn't have been there in the first place. So we're going to plus this guy in mid. This should be an easy kill. I have lots of CC. And we have a Necro plussing us, so that's Necro adds all the fears and everything. That's an easy kill. I'm not able to get the stomp here. What I'm doing here is wrong. Don't sit on node like I'm doing to cap it. This build shouldn't be doing that. I should have let the Necro do that. But it doesn't really matter because we're snowballing and I have plenty of teammates around. The Reaper comes back on respawn here, so I'm avoiding him and I get a nice net shot right as I get out of line of sight. Ideally I would have precasted that. I'm not sure if that was some latency there. Since we've won mid and mid seems to be very secure, I go and try to decap far. I don't want to take this 1v1. This is Druid, absolutely should win in a 1v1, but I get a nice knockback, so I am able to finish decapping. Unfortunately I'm rooted here, so I'm not able to leave the node, but it looks like I do try to leave as soon as I can. I was getting plussed, so I thought about staying for a second there. Also, my elite didn't land. It looks like it got interrupted. I might have interrupted it myself. I'm lucky to have lived, though. That was a bad 1v1 to be in. So I'm just trying to get out of combat here, and looks like my teammate's probably going to get that kill. Not able to get out of combat, so I guess I'm just going to use my heal and go back in. My teammate has downed the Druid that I had low from earlier. So we're just going to poke. The enemies outnumber us here, so I'm really just being careful and poking. I don't want to run in here and do too much. But we do get that kill, so now we're evenly matched. And it looks like Wallen in Lich form, he basically 1v2'd. That's Lich for you. He took out that other player pretty quickly. So now we outnumber the enemy team here. We're snowballing really hard. And I'm going to stick on this Necro. I don't have any CC for him, so I'm just putting out some damage. Looks like now I have some CC. Knocking him back, netting him. Should secure the kill easily for my team. This build has tons of CC. It's great at countering Necros. Necros have sometimes stun breaks, but they would have to leave Shroud to use them. So, and Shroud is their defensive cooldown. So essentially, it counters Necros really well. It's not going to be as good as a Ranger at countering a Necro, but it is good for countering Necros. And if possible, use your CCs when they're in Shroud to force them out of Shroud. So it looks like our team won mid here. I think they even got the kill. Whoever was at home seems to have lost home node. So I'm going to go see if they need me to plus them as they've just respawned and ran back to home node. But the Reaper who they had fought left, so they don't need to be plussed. We're not going to chase this Reaper into the artifact here yet. Good. I don't chase him because that doesn't make sense. He's going to get it for us, and he has ports, so you should absolutely not chase a Necro with ports when they have like ahead of you there. So he gets reflex on me here, and I'm not able to get the ranged kill, but I pull him in, got a nice yoink, and the artifact is going to stomp him and finish him for me. So I actually do, it looks like I look into capping the node there, but I don't go for it. Instead I chase the Necro. We don't have any CC off cooldown here, so I'm just going in for some damage. He uses Lich, so we quickly super speed and get out. I'm at full health though, so I do go back in to try to finish this kill right here. And we do get that kill, which is nice, another artifact stomp. And then I get some nice CC on this Druid. So we get a nice kill on the Druid there as well. So I have a lot of range for this Necro to peel for my Ranger here, who was at very low health. We just successfully peel for him. I actually go in for the kill. My Ranger, it seems, doesn't want to come back and help secure this. I'm being a bit greedy here at the enemy spawn, but we have every node. The game's pretty much over, so I'm just being greedy. I go for the Gyro stomp. I have no idea how the Necro just got up there. I don't know if there was a pet res on the Druid. I don't know how the Reaper just got up that quickly. But somehow I'm not able to get that kill, so looks like I'm gonna die here. I was being greedy. It's the end of the game though. Generally don't do this. I guess it's fine because I'm just distracting enemies at the end of the game. So that's it, the game's pretty much over. That's an unranked game as Rifle Scrapper. Hope you enjoyed it. If you enjoyed having a full-length gameplay of this, let me know in the comments. I can post more videos more often that are just games, like full games, full playthroughs. But I plan to make some other off-meta build videos just like this one. I hope you enjoyed. Thanks.